back. Sorry about that, guys. Pulling a lot of laundry done. Another in the dryer. Well, let's check this place out. I don't think we would probably help this place much anyway, so... They seem kind of culty.
One of the outer steads or what?
Let's say I'm new to Monarch and leave it there.
Eh? One of them inners from T2? Welcome to the little piece of hell we reign over. I'll give you 2 bits worth of free advice. 1, don't let the dust get in nothing private. It's like 10% spores by volume. You'll be yanking out fungus by the handful. 2, you can't actually keep the dust out. Always carry antifungals. Sprays work okay, creams are better. You got nothing else? Vodka.
Who's in charge?
In charge? Huh. We're iconoclasts. Every soul a sovereign power. We do for each other on account of it needing to be done. Not because some fancy-pants manager said to. Now, you want to rephrase that question, maybe ask who's respected hereabouts, I can give you a sensible answer.
Somebody's organizing things. You've got posted guards.
Every soul here knows to keep a weather eye out. Everyone's lost somebody to the wildlife. That didn't stop Miss Zora from picking a few souls and imposing a schedule. Be here then, leave there later. Downright un-icon... in-icon... Well, it ain't what we do. Take that on top of what happened on the Northern expedition. She and Graham are exchanging harsher words than usual.
Okay, what makes them such a big deal?
When the monarchists wanted to settle down and play nice with the board, Graham was the one that took a stand. He's the reason we're here, breathing free air. Zora's our best sawbones. Nearly every soul here owes her their life. She's got funny ways, but they work.
Okay. I saw a room over here. Wait, there's a workbench? Where? Yes. Can't modify the one gun I got? Kind of BS. Wait, no, because that's mods. Can I tinker it? Yes, I can tinker it. This is why... This is like... I wish there was a Tinker Max or something. I feel like a bunch of games just kind of like... Graham taught me how to meditate. Nothing. Zora's really smart, but you know what? Sometimes she can be a bitch. Permission to buy ammunition. This will be my last entry. Sorry, diary. You've been a very good listener, but our time has come to an end. This terminal was making a horrible beeping noise yesterday, and someone smashed it while I was out. And now I can't save more diaries. Milton can't fix it, and plus he says I should stop coming into his house to write when he's not around. I mean, I fixed it.
What kind of idiot keeps a collection of seashells? It ain't right. How many good folk we gonna lose to our mission? Wait a minute. We gotta earn our not so fast. What do you think you're doing?
Nothing at all.
I still ain't sure about this, but go on.
That actually worked? Well then.
A Manta Queen.
Yeah. We felled it, mind. But we lost 2 runners and 5 gun hands.
A total failure, then. So much for the ruins.
And hell only knows what...
Halcyon, the board's lines. The board vastly overestimates their authority and grasp on power. Without the Earth Directorate's military might to back them up, they would not be able to maintain their life-draining grip on the colony's throat. They spread lies and misinformation to confuse and oppress the masses. Perhaps that's one of the reasons they have not allowed any colony ships since the Hope's disappearance. They've had 70 years to condition their good little workers to follow their directives unquestioningly. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep an eye on my RAM order. I'm so excited. I mean, I'd be more excited for a new video card. That's what I'm really, like, lacking right now, but... Funds. A man from Byzantium told us of an acquaintance who had been arrested for carrying Philosophist texts. Not teaching, not evangelizing, just carrying. They oppress any truth that threatens their corrupt structure. Is this what we want? Do we want to live in a society where we can be sent to Tartarus for our beliefs? No, their workers' minds are poisoned. Their will shackled, their dreams hamstrung. This can stand no longer. We must tear this entire regime down. Oh god, this is long. Essentially just somebody talking about how they hate being... It's an indentured servitude. I often recall my former friend who once sought to dismantle the corporations, as I still do. When he took ownership of our corporation, I held him in such contempt. I called him a coward, a betrayer. He was becoming the very thing we hated. Now I'm not so sure. Recently, I've come to accept that his heart was more closed than mine. I cannot expect every man to be able to open himself to the eternal truth as I have. Some are just not capable. And so it is a tragic thing. Tragic that he is weaker than I had hoped. That he cannot fight for a cause. I can empathize with tragedy. Should the day come when the metal of our spirits clash against one another, that empathy will shield me from guilt. Like the board, he now stands across our path, arms crossed, stubbornly resistant to the eternal truth. Like the board, he spreads, nay celebrates the poison that cripples our society. Like the board, his stubbornness will only blind him to his inevitable fall. Tragic. Personal thoughts regarding Zora. Zora is slipping off the true path. More and more often I feel her attachment to the materialism of our oppressor sways her decisions. She often tells me that our people are hungry. I agree. Their spirits long for fulfillment and much more power. A much more powerful power than any pang of an empty gut. Oh. Of all the things to motivate a person, I'm finding freedom has been the most powerful. Many of them still remember being slaves of the corporate structure. Recalling those painful memories lights their fire anew. A man from Fallbrook stopped on his way to Stellar Bay. After thumbing through our pamphlet, he asked me how we can survive without money. I found an appropriate metaphor in gas masks. When clearing a mantis swarm nest, we wear masks to ward off poisonous fumes. Even after the nest is cleared, the fumes may remain for some time. Thus, we wear the mask until we are safe to breathe. Until the very last dregs of our poisonous corporation society are gone, the attachment to bits will remain. Though their use is uncomfortable, and though they stifle our spirit just as the masks are ill-fitting and limit our vision, we must persist with them until we can cast them aside. More and more of our population turns to the written world of my pamphlets. I'm happy to continue making them, but I must find a more efficient way to print and distribute. Oops. So he wants to get a printing press. So somebody wants a pet canid. Probably went and got one. Very difficult to face eternal truth. There's an urge among all of us. Ugh. Nope. Alright.
Hey.
A stranger comes to our home. If you're looking for a path to walk, you've found one. If you're looking for a teacher, I am one. Welcome to the Iconoclasts.
This is Amber Heights. I expected more altars or incense or both.
Shed the trappings of a materialistic life, Captain. You'll find your soul much less burdened.
Also, we're broke.
Yes. If we were meant to enjoy the things that glitter and shine, the universe would provide them.
Makes sense. You need to survive. You can't afford frivolity.
Damn right we can't. We're being eaten alive out here. We can't be throwing bits at...
Zora, please, we'll discuss this later. I apologize. My second-in-command can be overzealous at times. Now, why have you come?
Just checking out the sites. I'll be back. Like, I don't have too much desire to help them at this time. Just because they don't seem like the best group, I guess. Oh, I thought that was gonna be like a secret door. Well, there's a dead dude in there. Do not know if dead or not, but I find it interesting that they only have one lying down pose. That does not even work with the male figures. Beautiful. Let's see what's in here before we do the quest.
Never seen you before.
You say that like that's a problem.
Not for me. Maybe for you. Come out here looking for some better life, kid?
People actually come here, like, willingly?
Bunch of corporate types from T2 flew in last month. Paid Sublight to bring them. After 2 weeks, all but one of them were dead. Raps, Mantis, Fungus, Storm, and that last fella, his brain broke. Nothing on this moon for nobody. Just a lot of heartbreak.
What happened to you here?
A great many things. I'll tell you what. You want to listen to an old man ramble? Might be a job in it for you.
Okay.
I used to run with a squad of mercenaries here. Good folk. Fella named Lamont introduced me. Thing is, I ain't seen them in an age. Stands to reason they got themselves ate.
Mercenaries, what did they do?
Mostly we protected folk from the beasts here. If it spat, scratched, or stung, we'd kill it for you. So long as you had the bits. We split ways around the time this twice-fucked moon got abandoned. Thing is, I got myself some fond memories. We had some keepsakes of ours we kept in a lockbox, and I've been thinking about seeing it found.
What if they're still alive?
I'll be glad for it, but I ain't stupid. This planet tends to get people killed. I just want some closure.
Okay, one lockbox coming right up.
Appreciate it, kid. I'm marking outposts on your map. You spend a lot of time out there. Might be a good place to start. Here's a key for the door.
Looks like
Yeah.
I'm not the only new face around
God,
here.
he's even so old, he's got
Sorry,
wrinkles. Captain Kitty.
Welcome to Amber Heights, Captain. Call me Tucker. You here to join the Iconoclasts? Help us free this world?
You're Agnes's little boy from Stellar Bay?
I am not a little boy. Haven't been one for decades, no matter what my mama wishes. I take it she's still looking for me? Had hoped she'd accept my decision.
She's offered a reward.
Let me guess. You're here to collect it. Well, I can tell you right now, it is not gonna happen. I won't go back. My entire life, she locked me in Stellar Bay because she was afraid. Don't go play with friends. Mantisaurs will tear your arms off. Don't leave the city. Raptidons will spit acid on your face. Marauders can violate you. You'd fall in a sulfur pool. I stuck around way too long, ruled by her fears. I'm 42 years old, but she still sees me as a little boy in need of her protection. I won't stand for it, I tell you.
So what do you want to do about it? She'll keep sending people.
Stars, I don't know. My mama's a stubborn woman. She won't quit until I'm dead.
Tell her you're dead.
You know, that might just work. You go back and tell her you found my body beside the road, all mangled and tore up. If she believes me dead, she won't look for me no more.
You want to fake your own death to avoid talking to your mother.
I know it sounds extreme, but I can't go back. I just can't. This is the only way I can think of to be free.
we do this, I need some proof that it was your body I found.
Oh, right. I guess you could take my daddy's ring. I've worn it ever since he died. Mama would recognize it right away. You take this back to Stellar Bay. Tell my mama I died and you found that on my body. I know it'll be hard on her, but it's the only way.
Well then. We got another level though. Okay, so... all right. Let's see. Just put a lot into that. Let's make my flamethrower super strong. I'm pretty sure that's a heavy weapon, right? I don't even know what to pick. I feel like just a lot of these suck. I guess I'll take that. I'm not really using any science weapons just yet, but... Give me a quick second. That's just brought me important mail. I gotta double check it really quick.
The address doesn't show up there.
Hmm?
I'll say just make sure the address doesn't show up.
Showing them on my camera. Okay, it's just about one of the programs I got into. So, which I have to try calling them again. I was going to do that today or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow, since I'm going to have to take at least some of the day off. Oh, man. Stretchy, stretchy. Oh, no! My speedy blanket fell over. Speedy blanket. Get over here. Yeah. Oh, no. Ah, there we go. All right. Okay, so we repaired everything, which is good. What did you do?
I just sat here.
Bugs is knocking shit over. View work orders. Okay, so I need more engineering probably to fix most, if not all of those. I also, again, don't know if I really care. These people are kind of dicks. Like, not dicks. They seem very, very culty.
All I'm saying is it ain't worth it. It's gonna taste like...
I ought to mention, the Iconoclasts are loyal folk. Treat them right, they'll do the same. Turn on them,
Okay.
South here. Off the road and down this slope. We've got a decent trek ahead of us. Watch it. These pools don't just stink. They'll take a toe off.
If I fall in, you'll pull me out.
We've got trouble!
Where?
Everyone all right?
My flamethrower does so much damage now. Wow, there's like a bump. But now I don't feel it. It must have just been a tendon in like a weird place. That was weird. He just sat there! Wow, the part where I felt the bump is like super itchy now though. But like there's no visible bump. It was like an inside bump. I'm confused. Okay, I feel it here, like in this position right here.
Well done. We are victorious.
Okay. I think I'm on fire. Okay, I'm not on fire anymore. Like, everybody said that those things are supposed to be, like, really fucking hard. Am I supposed to kill this thing? Mr. Pickett's biggest game.
Else it'd have been a hell of a lot tougher.
There we go.
Agreed.
Okay. I have to go back this way.
Fallbrook's on the other side of the bridge there if you need a drink. We're only halfway to the mountain, so might consider stopping in.
Okay.
Trouble checking in? Or you might need directions to the amenities? If you're locked out of your cabin, a replacement key costs 50 bits.
Lolia sent me where's Catherine.
You're looking for Ms. Malin. On an errand for the boss lady? That sounds ominous.
Oh no.
Ms. Malin won't like that a whit.
I'm seeing dropped frames all of a sudden. So I apologize if there is instability, everybody. Breathe, it's okay. Do you know where she is or not?
She's not but just down the way. A 10 to 1 says she's either pouring drinks or skinning a sprat in the saloon. Word to the wise, Ms. Malin don't take kindly to interlopers. When I said sprat, I didn't mean the sort with whiskers and a tail. I am here to anticipate and facilitate your needs, patron.
Okay, I'll be back.
Keep your wits about you. This is sublight territory.
Fallbrook's great. Anything you want, they've got it. So long as you've got the bits.
Take a guess.
Oh god, I was not expecting that
I
face.
ain't never seen someone so adept looking my whole life.
Watch yourself, Captain. This guy's got eyes like a sprat set on stealing your dinner.
Oh, now, come on.
I don't know what I
All
was
mean
expecting,
is,
but it was not that.
Rather that, you don't seem like the usual pigeons we pluck. No offense, of course, if you are a Byzantium Goldblood. Say, I'd like to do you a favor. Might I interest you in a surefire scheme? Wink, wink.
Did you just say wink instead of actually winking?
Don't believe I did. No? Wink. Pure and simple, it's like this.
Oh god.
I run our drug delivery service. Recently, I had the genius idea to cut costs in half by swapping our autoloaders with faster, cheaper sprats.
Lie, that's a stroke of sheer brilliance.
See? I know a fellow genius when I clap eyes on him. Too right you are. Only problem is my sprat carriers ain't arrived from their latest run. As I was saying, you look more capable than most of the hoople heads around these parts. What say you locate him and retrieve the goods for me? In return, I'll cut you 5% of the profit.
5%. Want some questions answered. Punch him in the eye?
Ow! What was that for?
He said hit me. He told me to hit you.
You're nuttier than Miss Malin. Cripes. Remind me never to cross you. Though, you put that mean right hook to good use getting my drugs, and I'll be more than happy.
That actually gave me reputation. Where should I start looking?
I run my sprat carriers back and forth through the shipping tunnels near the waterfall.
Ugh.
Ought to check there first. Good luck. And don't get any ideas about pilfering the drugs for yourself. Was that sarcasm? I'm going to assume it was not. If it's sarcasm, you've got to show it somehow, like with a wink. My sprat carriers scurry back and forth through the shipping tunnels. Any trail ought to start there. When you've got the goods, I'll be here.
Okay. I think your phone's ringing, dude. Or something. Oh, I thought that was like an eggplant. I was confused. Whoa. I hate how this keeps untoggling. It's like... Stop untoggling, damn it.
You seen Arthur today?
This is Reginald's stuff, all right, but it looks like he's not home. Let's search the room. Try to figure out where he's gone.
I think he got crushed during the bridge.
His team running that drop? That puts things into perspective.
I can't read his notes. That seems smart. I can't believe I'm still stuck in this law-forsaken town, but at least I think I may have finally found a spot with promise. Down the tunnel on the riverbank outside of town. Produce 1 nugget and 2 teeth. Wonder if I can find a dentist who'd pay something for the teeth.
Sounds like Cheney's gone gold panning down on the river. I guess even scholars need to find ways to make ends meet in exile.
Hey, Tachia, how you doing?
I test every product myself to assure maximum customer satisfaction. If you doubt it, I can show you my lower back rash. No rubbernecking. Make a buy or move on.
Let's deal. Aha! Okay, wait. Let's sell some shit. That should help get me some money so that I can buy stuff too. You're doing okay? You were checking out the Diablo 4 beta? I did not check out the beta, but I know that, I don't know, I'm kind of iffy about it. Like, I don't know if they changed it from when they first announced it, but I kind of didn't like how they were essentially trying to turn it into an MMO. When a subway contractor dies on the job, their aggressive, non-sentimental teammates steal all of their possessions. This could explain why most contractors tend to work alone. You can solo play, but you do bump into other people. Well, and that was kind of like that's what I mean. Is like you can play with, but you do bump into others. I don't know, because for me, the draw to Diablo was always just that idea that I like games like Diablo for like swarm killers, you know? If that makes sense as a genre. And I guess I was just confused as to how that would even work if you're in like a world with other people. Because if there's a chance that other people are killing stuff, then, you know, there's not going to be as... I would think there wouldn't be as many big groups based on Diablo 3 group play. But then I remember, too, there was also... I can't remember. I don't know if I ever saw how they were going to fix it. But I think there was also worries about, like, the PvP aspect and, like, griefing and stuff, too. So, I don't know. That's probably one game that I'll look into the gameplay of before I make any decisions, but I feel like I would rather stick with, like, the older games, or even go with something like Lost Ark, get back into Lost Ark, because that does have the multiplayer aspect, but At least it's free. Diablo 2 Remastered might be my thing. I mean, I have Diablo 1 and 2 original, as well as Diablo 3, as well as all of the DLC, I think, for all of them. As well as Torchlight 1 and 2, I think. It's like, I have so many, like, swarm killers that I'm not, like... Again, Diablo 4 would have to offer something, like, big, I think, to kind of catch me. So... Especially these days. You think you have all Diablo? I mean, I don't have all digital copies, but I have, like, the original discs. So I should probably register those with my account. I think you can. But I'm also tempted to not because... I don't know. I don't know. That's one game that I probably would look into a little bit before I thought about getting it. If you register, you can download the version that works well with Windows 10. That's what I was thinking too, so... Like, I know my Diablo 2 is registered. I don't know if my 1 is, or my expansion, but... Either way... But yeah, no, I feel like, or even, like, because there's so many other options right now, that I feel like that is one case where I would have to look into it a little bit before I bought it, because it's like, I've got Diablo 1, 2, and 3 with all expansion packs. I've got Lost Ark, there's Path of Exile, there's Torchlight 1 and 2, like, fuck knows how many other games I've gotten through Humble that would kind of fit that like, niche and urge. So. And then I feel like... I hate saying this because I used to love Blizzard games, but I feel like they've kind of gone a little bit too far off the rails in terms of, forcing microtransactions and stuff, or making them feel like they're forced. Because, like, what was it with Overwatch 2? Granted, they made it free, but, like, there's absolutely no way to earn drops in-game, like chests in-game anymore. From what I've heard, I don't know if they changed that, but from what I've heard, that's how it worked. And then on top of that, they also made Overwatch 1 just not even work. So it's like... And me and Mux have been talking a lot about how, like, the World of Warcraft model and stuff, and, you know, it's like, we miss our characters and we want to play again, but it's something where, you know, we're gonna have to just wait until we have, like, a lot of excess income and, like, some savings, and then we'll, like, occasionally maybe get a month or two. But, like... You can't see you ever going back to WoW. Well, I do miss my characters and everything every once in a while. And I mean, it's like, that was pretty much one of the big ways that me and Mux kind of spent a lot of time together early on. So it's like, I miss, like, some of our, like, I miss our druids and our hunters and stuff. So again, going back, like, for, like, a month or so here or there, going back to check out Classic, stuff like that, maybe eventually, but we keep talking about how we feel like if they went free to play, even if it was like, because, like, what is it that some MMOs are doing? I can't remember which ones we've mentioned that do it, but, like, there are some MMOs where they're free to play, so there's no subscription based, and you don't even have to buy the game, but you have to pay to access the most recent DLC or expansion. So it's like, well, that would still be maybe a little for me. I could understand that. But the big thing too is also just, Like, transmog, mounts, pets, all of that stuff has become huge. Just, like, cash in on the cosmetic microtransactions and, you know, like, just look at games like Fortnite and stuff like that. It's like, people will pay for that, so, like, why not? I almost wonder if they'd even make more money doing that than they would selling subscriptions at this point. So, but either way, I'm just checking on my RAM again. But yeah, no, like, I don't know, for Diablo 4, it's like, I'm curious, I want to see it, but at the same time, I feel like there's so many other options that I'd rather stick with those for now. This datapad contains a personal journal of Mercer Cole, a low-level sublight contractor. Most entries pertain to slagging his teammates or complaining about shit-for-pay contracts. The last entry reads, "Can't believe we found fucking Alavite gas in a hibernated Rizzo lab out in the dustback." Alavite? Alavite? Whatever it's spelled, it's worth a shit ton. Who the fuck would use that to make candy? Looks like old Gertie's lunch is gonna prove out. Not that I'll ever tell her so. The way she goes primal at the slightest hint of criticism. Too much product for us to transport. Gonna need a ship to smuggle this off-world. Good God, I can't read. Probably need Lolia Hagen to send a team. No way Miss Malin can handle this job out of Fallbrook. Been working on Remy, plying him with the pale kale ale he likes. Figure if I get him nice and slosh, she'll tell me the password into that place. Did some exploring while he and Gertie were testing the Alavite gas. Found an old elevator shaft, a lab coat modded into a hidey spot for some dandified weapon. Thing's probably worth enough to make me a right top runger after I go back for it. Old Mercer's getting himself to Byzantium. You can bet on it. Can't let Remy or Gertie find out about it. Gertie go all full burn and demand I split the profits. Remy, he'd probably send me to the boneyard and keep it for himself. Okay. Screen is cracked and most of the keys are non-functional. Fused together from plasma damage. All but a few entries are unreadable. Of those remaining, only snippets can be viewed. Erbol Sauber, you are reassigned effective and must report to Site Safety Commander Sanders. Transfer provided by non-corporate contractor, blah, 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 going to Fallbrook. Kind of shithole facility is this? I'm never accepting a promotion again unless it comes with a gilded... Chastity keeps losing her damn key card. Expects me to find it for her. Alarm went off again before I got a chance to try the weapons. Never seen anything like it. Bitch Chastity used it for a damn prank. Now Sanders is gonna lock it up and I'll never... Perfect crowd control, easy to maintain order in townships once they get their hands on. Okay. So I ordered more RAM though. So we're just gonna replace my RAM because we had no way to test whether the RAM was faulty or whether there was instability. What it kind of looks like happened is they changed the model. Like, we bought the exact same model, but the timings were different. So, like, and not even by a lot. Like, Mux thinks it should have been okay. But even after a BIOS update, I was still having, like, shutdowns and... Or, it was more like a power cycle, but then it wouldn't boot back up again. So, with the DRAM light on my motherboard lighting up. So I opted just to get 216 gigs. It's more expensive, which I can't really afford, but... Well, okay. I can afford it right now, but it would have been better to have saved the money for future builds, if net possible, but... I like working on Blender stuff, so I'm kind of...
Refunds, No exchanges, no returns. And no whining about it either. If you bloody it, you buy it. Store policy.
These look all the same. These look all the same. I hate how the comparison thing works. Like, I can't compare this to stuff that I have in my inventory. That's bullshit. But sorry, but it is.
Welcome to the offices of the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group, Halcyon's premier provider of life and disaster-related insurance. I'm obligated to inform you that our coverage does not extend to incidents deemed to result from negligence, criminal activity, or dullness of mind.
Dullness of mind?
Some people, but no one in this office, I assure you, might call it stupidity.
Obviously too common an ailment for insurance to cover.
So, what kind of insurance package can I interest you in? We're running a special on dismemberment policies. Buy one, get one half off.
Oh god. Why is your office on Monarch?
We're not on Monarch. For all practical and tax-related purposes, this office is an official enclave of Byzantium.
If you say so.
Oh, it's certainly not about what I say. That's all down to our legal team and our CFO.
Yeah, what else can you tell me?
Plenty. As my boss likes to say, there's a policy for every situation and an exclusion for every policy. We've insured unusually expressive eyebrows, outrageous statements, disastrous marriages.
Who gets their eyebrows insured?
Usually character actors, or corporate execs with menacing stares.
Who would get an outrageous statement insured?
That policy is almost exclusively for our corporate clientele. In the unlikely event they make a claim about a product that turns out to be less than accurate, they need some kind of protection against the damage to their sales and reputation.
Well, sleazy, I could actually see that being something that, that could be done here. This, I actually don't think it's called a prenup, so.
One thing's for sure. You won't find better policy protection against sudden lunar implosions anywhere in Halcyon.
Okay. Alright guys, hold tight. I gotta go grab some lunch, so I will be right back.